the Always Believe house. Oh, today we're going to do the back of Staar Review 18, and it is going to be F-U-N, fun. Oh, just like eating Oreo cookies. Oh. So let's get going. We're going to do 17 and 18. Just going to start you off on these. You're going to finish them up on your own, right? So on number 17, this is a huge concept here. You're turning a verbal description into an equation. You're getting the x and y intercepts, and then you're going to graph it, and then you're going to get the domain and range. And you're identifying what the x and y intercepts actually are in that real-life problem. Huge concept you're learning here. So on number 17, remember, we're going to get the growing number and the starting number. Okay, so Emma Sue has 18 bucks. That's her starting number. And she's going to get catfish fillets. Mr. Toops loves catfish, okay? Each fillet costs 60 cents. This is our growing number, isn't it? Now then, the 60 cents won't make our money go up. It will make it go down, right? So your equation will be negative 0.6 plus 18, right? So every 60 cents, she's getting one fillet. Eventually, she can only buy enough with 18 bucks, right? Okay, so the slope of the line is negative 0.6. And this is important right here. Underline function of money left as the number of fillets. This is your y, this is your x. So it's 0.6, money is dollars, per fillets, right? This will be my y-axis label. That will be my x-axis label. This is also the dependent variable, and this is the independent variable, right? Or actually, it's the fillets, right? And the dollars, right? So when you get that y per x, you're identifying the independent and dependent variable. So the amount of money depends on how much fillet she purchases. Okay? So the y-intercept of the graph right here would be your starting number. It would be 18, and 18 is the initial amount, or it's the starting amount of money, right? Okay, the x-intercept, we got to divide on this. How many 60 cents can go into 18, right? So we're going to do 18 divided by 0.6. How many 60-cent fillets can she buy with $18? Once she hits the 18, she's out of money. She has $0. That's your x-intercept. So I'm going to go to the little calculator here, right here, and I'm going to do 18 divided by 0.6. 18 divided by 0.6, and that gives me 30. Okay, so at 30 fillets, she's going to be out of money. So you would write down 30 fillets equals $0. So 30 comma 0 would be the ordered pair, wouldn't it? Okay, go over here. You're going to just put 18 up here, and then 30 all the way over here. And remember, this is dollars, and this is fillets. That's your independent and dependent variable, and then you're going to connect the dots. Put a 0 right here. This would be your domain, and this would be your range, wouldn't it? So your domain would go from 0 to 30, your range would go from 0 to 18, and I'm going to do that for you. So your domain goes from 0 to 30, and then remember, you use the less than or equals. Your range would go from 0 to 18, you use the less than or equals, okay? Let's go to number 20. Number 20. Okay, we have nickels and quarters, so this is a coin problem, okay? Nickels is going to be x, quarters is going to be y, and I'm going to write that down right here. X equals nickels, let me spell it right. Y equals quarters, and I'm going to abbreviate. Put equal blank equal blank. Since it is a word problem, all we got to do is use the calculator, okay? Bubba Bob has some nickels and quarters worth $3.20. He has 3 times as many nickels as quarters. So which one does he have more of? Does he have more nickels or more quarters? He has 3 times as many nickels, right? So we got to multiply the quarters by 3 to get the number of nickels. So x is going to equal to the number of quarters times 3. So if you multiply, let's say we have 5 quarters. If I multiply that by 3, I get 9, that would be the number of nickels, right? Now then, their worth, so this equation right here, let me put it down here. You're going to have a coin equation and a money equation. So our coin equation is going to be The number of nickels equals 3 times the amount of quarters, right? He has 3 times more nickels. So you're going to multiply the quarters by 3 to get the nickels. Now then, the money is going to be just all money. A nickel is 0.05 cents. A quarter is 0.25 cents. And the amount of money he has is 3.20. You're going to plug this into the calculator. So let's go to the calculator. Need to push this over here. And then I'm going to hit the home button. I want to calculate A. Okay, now then I'm going to hit menu. Algebra is 3. Solve systems is 2. And then don't ever touch this dial right here. Don't ever touch his face. Just hit enter. Menu 3, 2, enter. Then I'm going to put X equals 3Y. Then hit the down button. 0.05X plus 0.25Y equals, and how much money did I have? $3.20. 3.2. So I'll punch this exactly as is into the calculator, hit equal. It's going to give me the number of nickels and quarters, which is 24 and 8. So I have 24 nickels and 8 quarters. Notice 8 times 3 is my 24 in it. So let's go back to here. Notice since I made these dashes, I have 24 nickels and 8 quarters. How many of each type of coin he has? That's what I want. So that's my answer. Notice on this, you use the calculator if it's a word problem. Let's go to 21. We're going to solve this for X, okay? So notice I have a fraction here. Let's distribute the fraction because the 8 and the 12 both divide by 3. Okay, so I'm going to distribute the fraction. Then you're going to do 8 times 3 divided by 4. That's what 8 times 3/4 means. You did it in the 5th grade. So 8 times 3 is 24, divided by 4 is 6, so I got 6x. 12 times 3 is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9, minus 9, less than or equal to 4x plus 7. Now then I'm going to solve for x. Usually we want x on the left. So move the x to the left, move the 9 to the right. So I'm going to get 2x less than or equal to 16, divide by 2, and I'm going to get x less than or equal to 8. So my value of x has to be 8 or smaller, right? Okay. Number 22 we just did. 23, I'm going to show this. I'm going to start it off. You're going to finish it. I'm going to take this and plug it into that y. So I'm going to write down 3x plus 5 parentheses negative 2x minus 2 equals 11. Okay, so I took this equation right here and I replaced that y with the negative 2x minus 2. Now then I'm going to solve this for x. So I'm going to distribute the 5 and I'm going to get 3x minus 10x minus 10 equals 11. And then I'm going to let you solve this for x. And then you're going to take this equation, write it down here, and you're going to replace this x with what you got, right? And get your y equals. And then your answer is going to be the ordered pair, right? You can do that on your own. I don't want to eat all your Oreo cookies, okay? Let's go to number 24. We're going to solve this by elimination. I would go with the x. The opposite of plus 4x is a minus 4x, right? So if I multiply the bottom equation by 2, that negative 2 would turn into negative 4. So I'm going to write down my first equation, 4x plus 5y equals 4. Then I'm going to multiply the second equation by 2. Negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 16. Notice that my 4's are opposites. That's what you're trying to do when you eliminate. You're trying to make the x or the y opposites. I could have eliminated the y if I would have multiplied by 5, wouldn't I? But the 5 is going to make the numbers even bigger. So let's draw your bar, and then you're going to cancel out the x's. 3y equals negative 12, and you're going to easily be able to get your y. I would do the top one because there's no negatives. And then you're going to replace this y with what you just found, and then solve it for x, and then your answer will be an ordered pair. Ho, 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 ho. You can do that on your own. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. Imasu Bubba Bob and Jiminy John go to Hart's Chicken. Oh, they have a Hart's Chicken in downtown Rosenberg. Check it out. You can get gizzards and livers there. Oh. Fun, 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 fun. Okay. Okay, Bubba Bob gets 6 livers and 10 gizzards. So this is going to be our X. These are going to be our Y. So 6X plus 10Y equals 12.6. Jiminy John gets a dozen livers, so that's our X. So 12X plus and a dozen gizzards, 12Y for $18. Okay. Emma Sue will get 15X, so you're going to take 15 times X. You're going to take 20. Wow, she's eating a lot. 20 times your Y, and then you're going to get those amounts and add them up and put it right here, aren't you? I'm not going to do this one for you. So you're going to type this into the calculator, hit menu 3 to enter, get your X and Y, and then find out what 15 livers and 20 gizzards cost. And that will be Emma Sue's bill. Oh, let's go to the next one. Number 26, please draw a picture of this. You could do this, draw a picture. So it's perpendicular to the y-axis and goes through this point. Remember, this point, this is our x, this is our y. The answer is either going to be x equal -3 or y equal 5. If it does this, it's x equal -3. If it does this, it's y equal 5. So draw an xy axis. The ordered pair -3, 5 is going to be like somewhere up here, and then draw what the line does. It's perpendicular to the y-axis. If it's perpendicular to the y-axis, it's going to do this in it. Notice since it's flat, it's going to be a y-equal equation, right? And the y is paired up to the 5. And a y-equal equation has a 0 slope. You should not miss this, okay? That is an easy question. Number 27. Okay, line N is parallel to this, and it goes through the point. Write it in standard form. So we need the slope. So our slope is -a over b. Remember, ax plus by equals c. So let's get our slope. Negative fraction bar 2 over -3. 2 negatives makes a positive. This is our slope, and we want it to be parallel. If it's parallel, this is going to be, it won't change, will it? So this will be our m. Okay, if it were perpendicular, we would flip it and switch the signs, wouldn't we? So we know our slope's 2 over 3, and this is our x and our y. We're going to plug it into point slope, aren't we? So let's do y. The opposite of -2 is a +2 equals 2 over 3 parentheses. The opposite of a +2 is a -2, right? Remember, the denominator goes left, the numerator goes right. So let's multiply the denominator to get rid of the fraction. The 3's cancel out, and the 2 goes to the right, doesn't it? So the denominator goes to the left, the numerator goes to the right. 3y plus 6 equals 2x minus 4. And then we want to solve this for y. Or we want it in standard form. So the first thing to do is move that 6 over. 3y equals 2x minus 10. Now then, since this is standard form, the x goes to the left, right? If it's y-intercept, we divide by 3. We want standard, so we move the 2x over. -2x plus 3y equals -10. The x is negative in it. Since the x is negative, switch every single sign. And this right here would be your standard form. Probably the hardest thing you did in the fall was this problem because it had the most steps. Once you get the hang of it, it is not hard. Notice on this problem, the only single digit number on here is 10. You're grouping and combining single digit numbers, aren't you? This is pretty simple math, but it's steppy. Okay, and lastly on 28, the price varies directly with the malt size. This is my y, this is my x in it. So I'm going to put y over x, and this can be solved with a proportion, and I will show you how to set up the direct variation equation too. But this right here is my size. This is going to be x, and this right here is my price. It's going to be y in it. So I'm going to put 5.4 over 12. If I divided y by x, that would be my k. Okay? So let's just do that real quick. 5.4 divided by 12, and I get 45 cents. So this will turn into this. That is my direct variation equation. If it's direct variation, it means it's proportional, right? Now then, what will the cost of Emma Sue's malt be? Emma Sue is going to get a 32-ounce malt. Notice that this is dollars and this is size, right? All I have to do is this, x over 32, and just solve that proportion. So my answer is going to be x equals 5.4 times 32 divided by 12, right? That's exactly what I would get if I did y equals 0.45 times 32. I'm going to get the same answer no matter which way I do it. You could set it up with a proportion or do the direct variation. The state of Texas is assuming you're doing it this way. Okay? So if I do 0.45 times 32, and I'm just going to do times 32 here, it's going to be $14.40. Wow. That is an expensive malt. But Emma Sue is worth it. Oh, okay. That was a blast, wasn't it? Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for staying with me. Enjoy your 17 seconds of Zen. I redid some new ones over the Christmas holidays. Ho, 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 ho. We all need some Zen. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, you are amazing. You were created to do wonderful things. And you are awesome.